What if the reason you feel like time is slipping away isn't just because you're busy with a packed schedule or endless tasks? Imagine if this feeling of days, months, and years flying by isn't just a modern problem, but a sign that we need to pay more attention to the present. Have you ever caught yourself asking, where did the time go? If you've noticed how quickly weeks seem to disappear, you're not alone. It feels like everyone is caught in a whirlwind of time that no one can escape. But what if time itself hasn't changed? What if the real issue is how we see it? What if this rush we feel is a sign that we're disconnected from the present moment? Eckhart Tolle, a well-known spiritual teacher, challenges everything we think we know about time. He believes that the problem isn't with time itself, but with the way we think about it. We often focus too much on the past and future, which makes us overlook the present moment, the only time we truly have. Could this feeling of urgency be a wake-up call for us to pause and reconnect with the only moment that really matters, now? Join me as we explore this idea, learn about Tolle's teachings, and discover how changing our relationship with time can bring us peace. Have you ever wondered why days seem to go by faster as we get older? It's not just nostalgia or the fast pace of life today. People everywhere are noticing this strange feeling. Time seems to speed up, whether it's the quick change of seasons, a year passing in a blink, or the feeling that there's never enough time. This is something many people are experiencing. Let's look at this sensation and see what Eckhart Tolle, the author of, has to say about it. Tolle suggests that our experience of time isn't just about clocks and calendars, it reflects how we feel inside. This isn't a new question either. Philosophers, scientists, and spiritual teachers have long tried to understand time and why it seems to change based on our experiences. For Tolle, our view of time is linked to our thoughts. The more we get stuck in our heads, thinking about the past or worrying about the future, the more we feel like time is slipping away. This disconnection from the present creates the illusion that time is moving faster, dragging us along with it. By understanding Tolle's insights, we might find a way to slow down our perception of time and find peace in the present. We'll explore how being mindful and aware of the present can change our relationship with time, turning what feels like a rush into a calm space. So, if you've ever felt like time is escaping you, stay with me. Together, we'll learn not just why this happens, but how we can take back the present moment and live with purpose. Could time be more of a friend than an enemy? Let's find out. To understand why time feels like it's speeding up, we need to look at how people have perceived time throughout history. For thousands of years, our relationship with time was tied to nature. Days followed the sun, and years changed with the seasons. Life was slower and more predictable, but with industrialization, that connection faded. Clocks divided our days into hours and minutes, creating a sense of urgency. Suddenly, time became something to manage and fear. In the 20th century, with advances in technology, life sped up even more. Tasks that used to take hours or days could now be done in minutes, leading to the strange feeling of having more time, but feeling like we have less of it. This is a phenomenon that Tolle talks about. He says that, as the world moves faster, people lose touch with the present. Constant distractions, from smartphones to social media, keep our minds busy, either reliving past events or worrying about the future, leaving little room for the now. Interestingly, science also has theories about why time seems to speed up. Psychologists say that as we age, our perception of time changes. When we're kids, every moment feels significant and stretches time. But as we grow older and our experiences become routine, time seems to fly by. This idea matches Tolle's insights. Both views suggest that how we experience time is about our inner state rather than what's happening around us. When we're restless and unfocused, time rushes by. But when we are fully present, time seems to slow down. From ancient wisdom to modern science, there's a clear message: understanding time isn't about trying to control it, but about learning to live in harmony with it. This is where Tolle's teachings become truly helpful. Let's dig into his insights and see how we can reclaim the present in our busy lives. At the core of Tolle's philosophy is a powerful idea: time as we know it is an illusion. He believes most of us live in what he calls psychological time. This is not the practical time we use to schedule our lives, but the mental trap that keeps us stuck in the past and future. Think about it. How often do you find yourself regretting things that happened yesterday or worrying about what might happen tomorrow? Tolle says that this fixation creates the illusion that time is speeding up. The more scattered our attention is, the more we feel like we're running out of time. But Tolle offers a solution. His teachings focus on the power of the present moment, known as the now. He explains that the now is the only time that truly exists. The past is just a collection of memories, and the future is a projection of our thoughts, both made up in our minds. So how do we escape the grip of psychological time? Tolle suggests practicing mindfulness and being aware of the present. When we immerse ourselves in the now, the illusion of time starts to fade. Moments no longer feel rushed, they become rich and full. For example, If you're walking in a park and thinking about a deadline, you might miss the beauty around you. But if you focus on the experience, feeling the ground under your feet, listening to the birds, and watching the sunlight, your walk becomes much more enjoyable, and time seems to slow down. Tolle also emphasizes that living in the now doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities. Instead, it's about doing each task with full awareness. Whether you're washing dishes or having a conversation, being present can turn even ordinary activities into peaceful moments. This teaching connects to an important insight. The faster life feels, the more we need to slow down internally. The feeling of time speeding up isn't something we can control. It's a sign that we need to ground ourselves in the present. Interestingly, studies show that when we engage deeply in activities, often called being in the zone, our sense of time changes. Hours can feel like minutes, and minutes can stretch into what feels like forever because we're fully present. Tolle takes this further, saying that the now is more than a mental exercise. It's a spiritual doorway. He describes the present moment as a space of peace where we connect with our true selves. In that state, the relentless march of time loses its hold on us, but achieving this isn't always easy. Tolle acknowledges that our minds often resist being present. They love distractions. This is why mindfulness takes practice. He recommends starting small. Take a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and focus on the now. Notice your surroundings, your sensations, and your thoughts without judging them. Over time, this practice can change your relationship with time. You may find that life feels less rushed and more spacious, even if nothing outside has changed. This is the paradox of time. By embracing the present moment, you can gain a sense of timelessness. Tolle's teachings offer a simple yet powerful answer to the feeling of time speeding up. It's not about finding more hours in the day or mastering time management. It's about stepping outside the illusion of time altogether. By living in the now, we discover freedom, peace, and clarity that goes beyond the ticking clock. As we explore these ideas, let's think about how they challenge our everyday understanding of time. What if the rush we feel isn't a problem to solve, but an invitation to wake up to the present? What if we lived not by the clock, but by the timeless rhythm of now? Tolle's insights about time are more than just thoughts. They encourage us to rethink how we live and experience life. When we consider that time is an illusion, it can feel both freeing and unsettling. If the past and future are just ideas, what does that mean for the stories we tell ourselves? Tolle challenges us to let go of those stories and shift our focus from clock time to the timeless now, where life truly happens. But here's the paradox. For many of us, living in the now feels nearly impossible. Our minds wander, constantly revisiting old memories or planning for what's next. This mental chatter prevents us from fully experiencing the present. Think about your life. How often do you rush through your days feeling like there's never enough time? How often do you cling to the past, or worry about the future? This hurried existence is draining and takes us away from the beauty of life. Yet, Tolle's answer is surprisingly simple. Be present. Fully experience this moment. But remember, simplicity doesn't always mean it's easy. Living in the now requires us to face the discomfort of stillness and silence, to confront the fears that come up when we're not distracted by the past or future. In the now, there's no room for regret or worry, only what is. This idea can be both comforting and challenging. It means letting go of the control we think we have over time and accepting life as it is. The reward is significant. When we anchor ourselves in the present moment, we find a peace that goes beyond what's happening around us. We realize we are not just a mix of past experiences or future plans. We are deeper than that, an awareness, a being that exists beyond time. This realization can change how we view life. Instead of seeing time as an enemy, we can see it as a background for the present moment to unfold. In this space, we can ask ourselves important questions. What truly matters? How do I want to live right now? As Tolle reminds us, the now isn't just a fleeting moment to grab, it's a doorway to freedom. By stepping through it, we embrace a life that isn't ruled by the clock, but guided by the rhythm of presence. So take a deep breath, inhale the now, exhale the rush. What does this moment hold for you? Could it be the peace you didn't know was always within reach? The beauty of Tolle's teachings is how practical they are. His ideas can help us transform how we live, reclaim our peace, and deal with the feeling of time speeding up. The first step is awareness. Notice how often your mind drifts to the past or future. Are you reliving a conversation from yesterday or planning tomorrow's tasks? Recognizing these patterns is crucial. It helps you bring your focus back to the present. Tolle suggests a simple but powerful practice. Focus on your breath. Your breath is always in the now. By paying attention to each inhale and exhale, you anchor yourself in the present, freeing yourself from the rush of time. This practice isn't just calming, it's life-changing. It shifts your focus from doing things to just being. Another way to be present is to engage with your senses. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice how sunlight shines through the leaves. When you fully experience what's in front of you, the illusion of time starts to fade. For those looking for deeper practice, meditation can be a way to find stillness. It doesn't have to be complicated. Even a few minutes of sitting quietly and observing your thoughts can create space in your mind. In that space, you might catch a glimpse of the timeless essence Tolle talks about, a state of being where peace resides. But being present isn't just for quiet moments. Tolle reminds us that we can bring mindfulness into our daily activities. Washing dishes, walking, or even answering emails can become chances to practice awareness. By immersing yourself in these tasks, you turn simple chores into moments of presence. The paradox of Tolle's teaching is that the more you embrace the now, the slower time seems to move. Life feels richer, fuller, and more meaningful when experienced moment by moment. So as you go about your day, ask yourself, am I here now? What would it feel like to fully enjoy this moment? Start small. Start now. Presence is always available. It's just waiting for you to notice it. As we end our exploration of Tolle's teachings on time, consider this. What if the sensation of time speeding up is not just a quirk of modern life, but a wake-up call? A nudge for us to break free from the illusion of time and reconnect with the only moment that truly matters, the present. Tolle's insights remind us that life isn't a race to the future or a collection of past memories. It's happening right now, in the stillness of this moment. By embracing the now, we step into a place where peace, joy, and clarity naturally arise. The feeling of time rushing by is a sign that we need to slow down, pay attention, and truly live. Start with small steps. Take a deep breath. Notice the sensations of the present moment and let go of the need to be anywhere but here. The present isn't just a fleeting instant, it's a refuge waiting to be rediscovered. What would your life look like if you fully embraced this way of being? How might it change your experiences of time, relationships, and even yourself? Have you felt the rush of time? How do you find moments of stillness in your life? Your insights could inspire someone else on their journey to presence. I invite you to think about these questions and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you felt the rush of time? How do you find moments of stillness in your life? Your insights could inspire someone else on their journey to presence. And if this exploration resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more insights into philosophy, spirituality, and the art of mindful living. Together, let's continue this journey into understanding, reflection, and growth, one present moment at a time.